Hey guys, this is Tigress coming back to you with Marvel Rivals. So it was true. Like, I've got to speak slightly more quiet to normal people are sleeping and not feeling 100% so. But I did hear about this. Well, kind of. Okay, I've also been clickbaited. I say clickbaited, which I'll get into a second. I don't like Star Wars. I don't think it suits him. It's not the worst thing in the world. I don't really think it suits him either. Kyle? I mean, I could swap it out for almost anything. Which I probably would swap it out for, say, Symbiote Storm. Just because, like, yeah, Symbiote Storm, because why? I'd love Iron Spider, because I just think it's a cool suit. And it's actually accurate with the three things. I much prefer the Symbiote thingy. And guys, basically, I've heard about this magic skin for the last few days. I thought it was mod because I've seen several mods that very much do fit this particular outfit sort of thing. And by that I do mean half dress. But I don't mind it. I kind of like it. I do definitely think it's kind of cool. And I think Infernal Idol looks definitely, yeah, it looks cool. Not my biggest fan. I don't know whether we'll end up getting a thing, but hang on, how long is this? No idea. 27 days, 4 hours. So okay. So before this runs out, I probably will end up getting this. Like I ended up getting Jericho's last skin before I ran out like last week in Overwatch. But I do like the Thieves Guild skin for them. And I did not really remember the Thieves Guild. I kinda like the red on thingy. I also do kinda like the white. I don't know. And then good old Captain America. Just giving him an American football as a shield because it is an American football. And before anyone does come up from me being like, dude, it's just a football. No, it's an American football. Football's more, I want to say Europeans, but I'm probably wrong with that. But you know, most of the world call with round ball. It gets kicked into goals that you don't just pick up and start lobbing. Also, I'm pretty sure, you know, European football came first, I think. I could be wrong. But overall, pretty cool stuff. I do definitely like it. And guys, the reason I say I was clickbaited was that's what Temple showing as well. Basically, not technically clickbaiting, but more. Basically, a bunch of people have basically been doing Black Cat cosplays recently, and I say recently, I've seen them a lot over TikTok last day, maybe last 2 days, and I think mostly today. And so my mind instantly went to, oh, people are doing them because she's in the game. She would be a black. I think she'd be before Blade. Okay, it'd be BLACK, and C would become I say that she might even come for Black Widow. but like I don't know. But like Black Widow comes before Blade, so presuming. I'm very much presuming. But yeah, so I thought she was in the game. I was wrong. I've also did see about this. I'm also happy the fact that Cloak and Dagger have some cool skins. Also, while we're jumping into a game, guys, I'll quickly say. We've made the same mistake twice. Within the space of 2 weeks with the same episode, well, with the same episode, kind of. Basically, guys, a mistake I made last week in Monster Hunter Rise was I released episode 12 on Wednesday thinking it was episode 11. And then when it came to releasing episode 12 on Saturday, my mind instantly went to, okay, this is the other episode 12. And I could basically, I almost always keep the first 3-4 minutes in each video.
Pick your hero,
I do just kind of
or
briefly
villain.
go
I'm
past
not judging.
that. Someone's up on Iron Man.
Agent F1. I'm going in.
And didn't notice until it was up. Then basically had to just change what basically episode 12 came out Wednesday when it should come out Saturday. But no, Thursday instead of Saturday, which wasn't too bad. But I didn't know until Saturday because when it comes to editing, I do kind of a little at the last minute. But the reason I almost made it twice
Attack right here.
My senses are sharp, and my
Was-
claws are ready.
because
30
guys,
seconds before you
on
attack.
Thursday
Get
when
ready.
editing, I was trying to edit the thing before I had to go out.
You know, I love your mech. I haven't seen that tech before.
I was going to be out for a couple of hours, and I didn't know what time I was going to be back, and I didn't know if I was going to have time to edit
Check the logo.
it when I got back, because even once it's done editing, it takes like about an hour to basically proceed,
The battle starts in 5.
because it, you know, all that lot, like, fully download all that lot, it
2,
takes about an hour.
1.
And I didn't think I was going to do
Capture
that
the
till
mission
about
area.
half 3,
Got it?
which meant editing would have taken about half an hour to an hour. It just all depends, it would have taken an hour, so even if I got back by 3, that's getting done about 4 o'clock now, 4. And
Please, we're hurt. I'll get you next time.
And so at that point, I was like, I was thinking, okay, I'll let now. Yeah, I accidentally edited, which isn't too much of a pain. It just means more episodes is edited.
Capture the mission area.
But then I almost went to release it, and beforehand, I went and clicked back. And was like, hold on, wait a minute. I didn't go totally through this in that. But that's what went to us down the vein. And then I'm pretty sure I do say anything in the episode. Okay guys, it's Niagara's come, you know, back with Monster Hunter Rise, part 15. And
Extra shielding.
I
have to hit
just one didn't
harder.
know. Like, I almost did it twice.
I suppose money can buy power, Tony. Whoever they are.
Which does prove when the fact that you're not paying much attention to my editing, you can make
My
some
armor can do that
mistakes.
too.
Nice finish.
And guys, I know why I made a mistake, because my mind just went to, oh, that's the most recent one.
I've got yours.
Did that put a spring in my step?
We own this land.
Not got distracted, and because like, my mind went, not didn't consider, but it does mean more episodes already edited, which is a good thing. It does mean, like, guys, basically, I think I might have potentially mentioned this in, I think it was either A, in Overwatch, or B, in Craft 1, but I don't know whether in Craft, because basically, I sometimes mention stuff during filming of Monster Hunter or Craft 1, and it turns out not to be mentioned in the video. Because last Monday, I basically said the fact of, you know, I will basically talk about episodes 1 through 3 of Invincible Season 4 in that episode. I basically go on a full case of during the flight hunt, and I'm like, okay, I don't really want to use full hunt mech, it's not really like fighting, as it wasn't. But at the same point, it's a lot more pain to pick up different parts because
Poor kid.
because I record audio at the same time. It does reach a bit more pain at points, and basically there are ways I can record audio, but at the same point, it's just how I record it. Which is why if there is like a problem with audio, which is why I do like other than the stream, and then a few times I have done a stream, I will really start recording for 10 seconds and be like testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2. Just make sure audio is fine and that is
My other armor can do that too.
and you know, all the concepts you need to basically before we start recording. And yeah, I get things like Python. I'm surprised though, but I almost did. But I did manage to edit both of it and get things really out of time. Because I'm making mistakes when yes, 4 videos is a lot of uploads in a week, and I do acknowledge it is low. But there are some YouTubers who have like 3 or 4 channels and upload practically 2 to 3 times on each. Like, I've only got the one to manage.
I grew up without a community. Tiger Division has become my home.
Spider bomb.
Which isn't too bad. And again, I'm like, only human,
30 seconds
humans make
before you
mistakes.
attack. Get ready.
And this time I noticed before I uploaded the episode.
Usurping the throne.
Although, mine a little spoiler for tomorrow's episode because I mentioned this, basically.
Yeah, I don't know. Our last
There's a
meeting
bunch of
didn't
fighting life I had to do.
go so well.
And not needing to spend a couple of hours editing tomorrow
Battle starts in
means
5,
I can spend that couple of hours making sure
3,
I'm at the point of
2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
at the point of where I can literally just do a couple of hunts.
Defeat 2 Dr. Dooms. Piece of cake.
Because, guys, at the point of in Montana I am in, I've basically got a... Now, for those who know anything about Montana, you'll know exactly what's happening in that. And... Oh, well, I do still recommend watching the last video. It's still a really fun video. It did take me a couple of days to record. And so...
Who's behind you?
But yeah, other than it taking me like, because, guys, Saturday video, for the most part, was fully recorded Monday. I could end off the video being perfectly
Fox
fine.
on the run.
No, there is a point where I don't think I do actually say, like, file a lot, and if I do, then I do, but during when I was about to go and say all that, I was like, hold on, wait a minute. I'm only a few more levels off. I can just finish recording this tomorrow. Now, I don't mind doing technical recording. It doesn't fucking work.
Double KO. Control C.
Just because it's one of those things where I'm, at points, I am a completionist. Like, at points. Like, guys, I have full on, like, gone through complete Spider-Man PS4. And because I did that once, just because I was like, yeah, no, I'll try and go for the part for this. I then had to do it for Miles. And because I then had to do it for Miles, I then had to go and do it for Spider-Man 2. Well, look, let me show you what comes to Miles Morales. The version of it I played, like last year on stream, was, I'm pretty sure, the PS5 version, but the original version I played was the PS4. And funny story about that, I'm missing one achievement from the PS4 version, and then I would be able to get another part of the same game. Now, the only reason I don't have this thing is because one of the more, first one is one of the more annoying. It's like a combo fight, one that's never had fun.
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
I can't remember the full achievement, but there was like, you've got to get a certain combo all that lot. And from doing all that, and I did expand my
Pulse
PS5.
charge, fire!
Like, Spider-Man PS5 came out, Miles Morales PS5 version came out, I started using for it until that's the reason I ended up basically getting Blackpool.
Coming up behind. My other armor can do that too.
So, and I just did. Now, one achievement, someday in the future I might go back and replay through it, but the PS5 version is just fucking better. Like, it is like just an upgrading graphics. And guys, I 100% don't mind playing all games. Like, I think 2 weeks ago, maybe just a bit over that. Basically, when Fire Red 3 came out for the Switch, like, no graphics upgrade, just no thinking. Back when they released on, either back when the original release or back when they released on 3DS. But again, I don't know whether the 3DS versions were the same as. So they were basically the versions back in like 2004. I think it might have been 2005. I'm not 100% sure. It was those versions, as far as I'm aware. I could be wrong though. Okay, we've got two games pretty quickly. Stream might be shorter than normal. Like, if stream does end up for some reason just under half an hour, I'd probably go check 2 more games in. But if it does end up over 45 minutes, then it's still in for stream.
Pick your hero. Or villain. I'm not judging.
Yeah, so yeah, not gonna get to play DPS because everyone's in that DPS phase.
Agent at 1. I'm going in.
Sport Deadpool is something I don't see that often. Although, yeah, so guys, like, making dumb mistakes when I've only got a few videos for. It's gonna be from the zones when it comes to a case of a
I
full
don't
week.
raise my
No,
fist.
yeah, I did do this for
My
2
actions
days,
speak
not
for
that long ago. Minor bit of a difference.
30 seconds before you attack.
There's a 3 more
Get
time
ready.
videos which did take me a few days to record, but with Dispatch, I recorded part 1, part 2, like episode 1 and 2 together, episode 3 and 4 together, episode 5 and 6 together, episode 7 and 8 together. That only became problems when I basically had plans on like Friday night. It's the only time it became problems. And
The
that's
battle
how I did
starts in
it.
5, 4.
2 days to
3,
record both episodes
2,
Dispatch because it took me like 2 hours each.
All you need to do is capture the
Like 2
mission
hours to
area.
record both.
Got it?
They weren't that long.
hot shot?
And then
Yeah,
like an hour and a
hot
half
shot.
to record each monster on there. Which is kind of the reason I only record one thing per night. Like, if I was trying to basically build up a backlog, then I would be recording 3 or 4
clocking
things
some
per
bad
night, per
guys.
day. But at the minute I'm not. Because most of the stuff I record, like some of the stuff I do record is a case of time based.
Capture now.
Like for instance, Overwatch, yeah, I could 100% record an Overwatch video tomorrow, and then save 2 weeks.
The mission area is yours.
But at those 2 weeks, it'd be like at most of the bit of information I say in that video would be outdated. Although getting to the week from the 4th of May to that 4 weeks of content, there will be the 3 month content videos. Now, at that same time, I will be in Math Rank online. If I think.
A little help,
Yeah,
please.
will be. I'll be a good way through Math Rank at that point.
Away.
Control lost.
And I'll be more sly this time.
Just because, like, next week I think I should be entering Master Rank. and I say 10, that should be. Guys, a little bit of a mindful, doesn't really affect anything, and it only just a bit of information. I technically could have that with a monster, like master rank monster to any point from now. Like, at any point. Like, this whole week I could have. But there was still some stuff in the base game that I've not done, that I still consider that story, and I didn't want to go, because it's level based. I didn't want to go and then basically need to come back, because it would be like, okay, well now I've got master rank equipment, so I want to basically do it with what equipment I would have had, and it feels more nostalgic, because again, when I originally did it, that's what I had. Like, I have no idea what equipment I really used, because I know I didn't make. Like the Outrank ammo to go and do some more stuff.
That's 3. Keep capturing
Look, I know I didn't originally make Nawa or Ibushi.
Keep going.
Then when I went back in for the second time playing through the game, I did make Nawas.
A fox never surrenders territory.
But I have no idea. I think I potentially did go with high rank Maggie Miles. Or like, yeah, something else. In more of my videos, I end up being like, guys, this is like the last part. Like, I end up going and being like, yeah, this is 100% like my last base game video. Like, we'll be starting Master Rank next. Yeah, no, I was wrong. Basically, I checked before, no. I checked after filming part 14, so I checked it past Sunday. And I only checked the first page. And I was like, oh, okay, so yeah, that's good, like, kind of started off. Okay, so that is full on, yeah, okay. I didn't check the other pages. I was an idiot. No, I will say no. Some of the other pages, like a couple of the ones that will be coming up will be, as far as I remember, one facility or and one Kyosha.
You shouldn't have forced my hand.
Taste the fox. But anyway, and basically, just to essentially get 3 more videos out of it. Because I mean, like that, and quite frankly, I'm saying mean like that. I don't want to basically spend a week to record one video, where I can spend like 3 days to record 3 separate. It's just something that makes it a bit more easier. Because guys, basically what would happen is,
30 seconds before you attack.
I would go and do,
ready.
because technically speaking I could have done for episode 15, but episode 15 would have been delayed, so this would have all been for episode 16. So go to over the next Eldragon with its, I think it's just really annoying. Okay. I was saying I get to like level 32, level 33, so I think I've been getting a couple of per hunt. Okay, then you can do like anything from 1, anything from 9 to about 7 levels worth of winding. Okay, means the video's done, meaning I can't finish the video that night because again I've got a bunch of grinding to do. Go do a lot of grinding, get up to the next one. Then have the same situation again and again until I get up to Master Rank 50. Yeah, my plan's slightly so decent, so it slightly gets rid of that part. Just from being able to do something in the video. Meaning it's less stress for me between days. And I get 2 additional videos out of it. But things like yes, I did hunt a good bit in World. And if that was like the first one, or I had an option between choosing, I would have chose that compared to the one that we do end up fighting in tomorrow's video. And it is another island result that I've got a lot that's not in World. And again, you can also check all the time. But anyway, I would have chose Serious because again there's 4 minutes in it. But if it is like Geometry and Studio, they both will be getting their own videos, because they'll end up basically making no assets in the video. Just to slightly save me doing a bunch of grinding, because I say making their own assets here. I won't be fully making their own assets in the video. I'll be doing like 2 or something with them.
Double KO!
And getting 3 levels from that, which should get me like 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 6.
You're not just gonna let us stay? Sheesh.
Plus, it
You
all depends
captured
what I
more
do
than
need to
half
hunt.
of the mission area. Keep going.
Because, guys, before I film Monday's video, yeah, I've still got a couple hunts I need to do.
Control lost.
Which is why I'm happy the fact that I don't have to do anything to do tomorrow. I don't know whether it's like 3k kills. My mind instantly went, oh, I should pre-edit this, or what's it? Mistake. I was using thinking it was a benefit.
Systems restored.
That's my sister.
Okay, now the claws come out.
But, yeah, so it would have been more annoying. Because this way, I can get to from like level say 30 to 34, 35 within the video. That's 5 levels just the next morning and afternoon that I need to do. And going back to the fact that I've typically per hunt from outrunning, I've been getting a couple hours per one. That's like 2 more hunts, which is very doable.
Ahead of us.
And with the fact that when I record them, I won't have any editing to do.
Team's capture progress has passed the hot waypoint.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have anything to do because I'll need to get to 40, then get to 40 on Sunday. No, I will 50 for Monday. But I might try and see how much of that I can basically get around.
Now the claws come out.
Control seized.
Also, if you're not new around it, please like, comment, subscribe.
Flame off.
So I know a bunch of people basically do just go back and watch these late, which is perfectly fine. Which is why I do stream on Twitch, not Twitch, YouTube. It gives them the flexibility of them not need to basically having them as max up at almost any point.
I'll praise in your
Yours.
Day at the spa.
Okay, hold on, wait a minute. The same thing's not happening there. That happened on Tuesday's Overwatch stream. Basically, the Tuesday stream on Tuesday, and you haven't gone back and watched it. I won the first 2 games, which meant I got slightly cocky. And because I got slightly cocky, I was like, no match. The third game ended up not being as simple as I expected.
Another epic victory.
And because it wasn't as simple as I expected, it was lost. Not too bad though. Although not doing lost, I've had in comp this week. Basically, I ended up saying during that stream more like being the case of, guys, I'm like 1 win from tank, from ranking up in tank and support. I'm gonna get those rank wins. Now I think it was tank who got the win here, and support I lost. In role queue. Unless I'm recording content, I basically, or unless I'm playing with mates, I basically don't touch open. Like, it's recording or streaming. Tiny bit easier to keep track of. Also guys, we did get to day 2 of this. I have slightly slacked. Basically, I started doing a couple hours per day. But with it being like 48 days, I've not been such into, like, if it was like the case of, yeah, you have 20 days, I'd be playing 3, 4, maybe 5 or 6 games per day. I'd be rapidly doing them. So I've been doing a couple per day. And I'm probably going to get to the damage levels next game, because I'm going to try and play DPS, which then just means 1 to 9. And all I'm going to say is, if that's how Black Cat looks in the game, speechless. Because she because of the car. And, like, guys, again, there are certain characters that I do feel like it's kind of fair to turn around and say, yes, they're hot, yes, I would date them. Marvel Rivals is one of the exceptions, personally. Because you won't turn around saying you would, well, let's be fair, Overwatch. It's a debatable situation. I personally think it's 2 rounds. No, we're already up to level 3. Because a lot of the time, if I, like, for instance, guys, take Black Widow. I would, you know, date Black Widow, or I would 100% let her do several different things to me. Because it's Black Widow and she is hot. Like, she's typically meant to be. I'm not about in-game character. I'm on about, you know, actual. Which is why I think someone like Scarlett Johansson playing her was a good choice. Same for Invisible Woman, Luna Snow, Magic, Phoenix. Like, also kind of Rogue. And Black Cat definitely. Like, I have more than once thought, how the hell is Cyclops, you know, because Emma Frost is also, you know, decent, like decently correct herself. More than once thought, how the hell has Cyclops managed to fumble so hard and get, you know, how has he managed to pull off that? Get not only Jean Grey, but also Emma Frost. Like, also not the best example, but we will use their base skins. Or this version of it, I don't think I would. That potentially, but like either like X-Men Wolverine, that version of her. I also do think there could have been an argument that could be made that, you know, give her as like Black Widow size. She could have been DPS. And same for Phoenix. Although I do just think that looks more like a Jean Grey costume. Although while that's not the biggest thing in the world, that's definitely same for that. Yeah, that's just kind of giving me pictures of her just, you know, pulling out a ruler being like, so you're gonna behave. But that's not that conversation, time to jump into another game. Although guys, I don't play things like Overwatch Marvel Rivals to basically go and be like, oh, that character is, you know, such and such. I play them because I love fun-based shooting games and PvP aspects of them. I always have. Now, will I turn around and say the fact of aspects like that, could they distract me from like a bad movie? Yes. Yes, 100%. Since in the fact of Megan Fox, you know, turned the whole entire generation straight. Just from her appearances in Transformers 1 and 2. Especially in the fact that she had several scenes where she was literally walking straight at the camera by bending over. Now we're gonna end one playing DP support or tank. Because I'm kind of in the mood to play Phoenix.
Top-notch team to win this one.
I am the Phoenix. Behold my cosmic might.
If someone says 2-2-2, then I will swap. But if someone doesn't, then I'm not going to. Because quick play for me is one of those cases where it's like, I'm not that fussed. The comp 100%.
Host is an outdated.
Why is that Widow part of that team up?
Jean Grey and I are
30 seconds before you attack. Get
Like-
ready.
Guys, I'm saying this now. because it was something way for them. When Cyclops does eventually enter this game, which we know at some point he will, if he hasn't got a team up with Wolverine and with Wolverine, Jean, and with Wolverine and Jean, that's not just something along the case of Lover's Triangle, and just point at the fact of, you know, Jean just being like,
The battle
hey,
starts
Star.
in 5, 4,
Hey Cyclops,
Three,
and be like,
2,
Logan.
1.
Yeah.
You have to stop
Yeah, it's
them
gonna be
from
slightly
securing
annoying.
the mission area.
Now, I don't completely care when it comes to either one of those because I don't
Focused.
see them, but
I'm hit! Cover me! Running out of heat!
okay. Oh shit, okay.
My Logan would be proud. You lose. Object. Not fast enough. I've come back from way worse.
She has. She 100% has. But yeah, like, I do just think it would be cool when Cyclops does get into this game. The fact that if it's a case of, you know, Jean just both basically powers them both up because it's down to a simple case of them both trying to prove that they're the better dudes. I think it'd be funny if that happened. Because it would literally be a case of me and them not mixing for their brain. But again, most of that does come from the fact of that again that I do like X-Men, like definitely the X-Men animated series.
For the boost.
And Wolverine the X-Men is still a pretty good show. Who did get cancelled. But again, I do watch X-Men Evolution.
Now unmatched.
So for me, Wolverine, you know, and Jean just went over a thing. For me, it was a case of a regular dude trying to compete with a mutant. And again, guys, one of my favorite scenes from the whole series was Cyclops was dating stuff. Her name was Misty. And she instantly starts to look into the Cold Shoulder after, because they spent a good period, like the first like two seasons with her again and not exposed. There are a couple close calls, but, you know, Professor X-Man, you know, Charles manages to keep that underway. The Frank Castle has a wall of guns in here.
You finished the job well.
Like, seriously, a wall of guns. And she's just full on, like, no, a lot, and she just basically goes in cold shoulder. Quite frankly, I do think she's basically just to basically just be a case of, even though they were kind of doing it all wrong, to be a romantic rival for Jean.
Don't mess with
Because
the
she was showing
amazing
a dude called
Spider-Man!
Duncan, most of her attention was dating Duncan. When Duncan finds out she's unique and what she can do,
Don't mess with the
so you
amazing
know what, the first words come out of
Spider-Man!
his mouth, and the first words I will say is, you
There you
dumbass. Like, one, I wouldn't. One, wouldn't use like someone like Jean for, you know, as basically a case of a cheat test. But two, even if you're going to, you don't announce it. It's like rule number one when it comes to lying and manipulation. Don't announce what you're trying to do. And again, I don't agree with it in the first place. But the fact that his first thought was, hey, we want
The move!
let's run the fail the test again. And it's just like,
Can't catch me.
you're seriously telling me your first thought is the fact of that and not. I wonder how many dumb thoughts she's read my. I wonder how many dumb things I've thought but never said out loud that she just knows. Like for me, if I find out with like a telepath or someone who achieves level of power, my first thoughts wouldn't be, I wonder how I can use this to cheat. It'd be,
Supernova!
okay, how many dumb things have I said that she now knows about? Just because it would be a simple case of having more worried about the shit that she could know than what I have said. But yeah, Duncan starts something like that, and then full on. And I guess why Duncan does this, why he recruits a bunch of his football fans to essentially be a dick to Cyclops.
Good times.
Better stop that vehicle!
But, again, he wasn't the one who turned around and grabbed Jean. Because Jean, to essentially say fuck you to Duncan, was like, Summers, you come here. Just drags him with her. And it wasn't the first time she was thinking of essentially ditching him. Because quite frankly, she could have done better. She was taking an arsehole just because he was like a football star. And I'm hoping it wasn't just for that, and I'm hoping it was just a case of they just have stomped him and we just never saw it.
I can feel your pain.
Double KO!
But yeah.
The Phoenix turning like the
That's 3!
This item seems ancient and powerful.
But yeah, so
Your notice.
Jean then walks off with Summers. Duncan then gets really pissed and gets a bunch of his mates together and tries to essentially beat up Summers. And again, the moron tries to try and beat up someone who holds cameras half the time. Now, how do we know Cyclops does hold back his powers?
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
And you sense out the beam, it is usually 10 times stronger than what he normally produces. Which means to advisor, let's go for critical range.
Can't catch me.
The Sorcerer Supreme is pending.
You
But yeah. He then gets instantly kept at home for, again, only treating you with respect.
Damage sustained. Need assistance.
Which isn't getting to it very much as I thought. He already is introduced to the absolute assholes compared to gamers who are typically nice people who, again,
Stop them!
just, you wanna know where I typically spend my time? Gaming. Literally, staring at a screen,
Only
playing
60
video
seconds
games.
left.
Which means I'm not at talking to some other women because, quite frankly,
Caution, friends, and
why would I be? Yeah, the games are typically loyal as anything. And quite frankly,
by
it's
the
just keep maintaining it, like keeping it maintained. You know, just bring them some snacks, bring them a drink every so often. Obviously, depending on who the gamer is, like they might not have the cheapest stuff in the world. Because, again, I'm a gamer. Still, I'm also, you know, I also play Yu-Gi-Oh! I've also got the Pokemon cards, which are cheap. I also like them take on, you know, Metro Action figures.
You thought you could kill Jean Grey? Please.
I've also more than once spent months just basically a month just watching like a bunch of kids shows.
The final 10 seconds!
Because again, Ben 10 is awesome. So are Transformers. And so is Generator actually, it's been a while since they Generator Rush. I've never seen that probably at some point on but like the Steel Gears are really cool.
Sweet creature. Can't catch me.
And guys, one of the reasons why I love something like Invincible, it is literally, I mean, in fact, also a bunch of these shows and Marvel shows, I end up rewatching every so often. But another reason why I love Invincible so much is it's more of a grown-up show. You get to see the blood and sparkle of heroes pushing to their limits instead of just watching you and Superman get punched a few times and being knocked out. No, you see physically gets his ass kicked and almost obliterated in 1-on-1.
Jeff, you are nothing!
Which again is funny.
There's still a chance to stop them!
the moon!
But yeah, so like you actually see things like Invincible, you know, almost die. Omni-Man almost gets out of
Don't
kicked.
mess with the amazing
The
Spider-Man!
one time you kind of
Come
want him
back
to.
from way worse.
Damn it.
Now might be a good time to stop them.
But yeah,
Needed that.
like honestly, gamers are probably one of the most people where it's like,
served.
But like, I've seen videos of people being like, so my friend has to worry where her boyfriend is because I'm partying or getting drunk, hammered, and who knows doing what. And for me, yeah, I just have to worry about his sleep schedule. Why? Because there's a good chance he didn't go to sleep till like 3-4 o'clock in the morning because he was up playing something. Like honestly, games are predictable. The fact of where they're gonna be at home. Like doing YouTube does continue in the case of if I'm not playing games, then if I'm not recording, I'm either A then playing games for fun of it, or B editing,
By the eye of
or watching something.
without spider time. By the
Because
eye.
I will go into more conversation
you could kill
about
Jean
Invincible
Grey?
episode 4
Please.
on Monday. But all I will mention now is it wasn't my type of episode. But that's just because like I've never been the biggest fan of like to me
Down to
Damien
30
Douglas.
seconds.
I don't care that much about him. Still a cool episode. It's just not something that I'm like, oh my god. Like I wasn't that fucked by his ass. Like for me, you could remove him from the show and it wouldn't make much of a difference to me.
The final 10 seconds.
Like, if you removed him from season 1, and like, if you never had him in the show, then
You'll have to keep fighting
you
until
wouldn't have him
the winner.
investigating Nolan, which means Cecil would have a bit more breathing room. And then you wouldn't have his arc in season 4. And by his arc in season 4, I mean, you probably still would exist. Like, you wouldn't have, you know, Invincible just going down. Although, to me, the best part of episode 4 was Invincible back in his old costume. Like, just seeing Invincible back in his old costume was so... Don't get me wrong, I like the Blue and Black. I think it's all cool. But then when I see like a color, like a suit like that, I think more, okay, they're going through a dark, more evil era.
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
Unless you're Batman, where black is future. Similar to Spider-Man. It's typically where I go from things like that. I would say Superior Iron Man, but that's just like a plain, that's just like a bright ass white suit. And credit where credit's due. Mark Grayson, while wearing his black and blue, was a bit more violent. But I don't think it was due to the suit. I do just think it was down to the simple fact of, guys, you tell me someone who hasn't been pushed to the level of, because going through the stuff that, you know, Grayson, you know, the Invincible went, that Invincible went through in season 1, and while I continue this conversation, I'm just going to go to the practice range and mess around. I messed around for like 2-3 minutes, but you took me in character that 1, at the beginning of season 3, he was training to be strong. I messed around with Daredevil that much.
What would Foggy and Karen think if they could see me now? Our enemies are near. I can feel them.
And the only reason I played Daredevil that much is because SVU is not the best. But yeah, like again, training in the first few episodes of season 3, yeah, he did have some good points, had some highs and some points where he was just crappy. But his age that updated. For those who are instantly then followed by the fact of Cecil and almost trying to kill him. And guys, I don't have a problem with someone like Cecil having time to take down people. Maybe if doesn't have fun with Batman having time to take down Luke. I think someone should. I think there should be someone out there who full on does have a way in case. Because right now Invincible will probably never return to evil. Or at least trying to be Invincible. I think it's also important to note the fact that there are evil Ultramites. Yeah, and why I think Cecil shouldn't have bugged, you know,
Our enemies are near. I can feel
Invincible here. I do think he had a point there. Now, I also do think someone like, you know, Immortal is a hypocrite in that scene. He turns around and says, he proved him right for needing those characters. I'm sorry. What? Because he's a loose cannon. The first thing that Immortal does when he gets brought back to life in Season 3, because I'm pretty sure Caesar would want, like, granted he had a bit of a conversation.
Let the devil out!
Daredevil Season 2 of Daredevil 1 and Season 2 there. At some point I do plan to watch Season 1 and Season 2, but like, I've never seen nothing to do with Daredevil because typically not something I'm not interested in, but there are a few questions I want answers, so I'll probably end up watching it. But like, going back to the Immortal, hypocrite.
Double KO.
Like, full on gonna give up because, you know, Duplicate was dead at the point and just couldn't go for anymore. But the reason he is one is because when getting back brought to life, instead of checking with the ED or what against the proper channel, because again, they're still wars, he then decides to throw a ruthless match against Omni-Man. One, the dude who killed you, and proved that you could take on all of the Guardians. What makes you think by yourself when you stand in that chance? Oh, because he's slightly weakened.
Dad would have been proud of that head.
Yeah, not weakened enough. Omni-Man who'd gone toe-to-toe with, you know, his own son. You know, if you waited, you know, after the Chicago incident, you might have, but I doubt it.
You've been sentenced to public humiliation.
You know, all of them prove more than wants to basically disobey orders. Like, I don't know whether Cecil signed off with Jake Nicholson going back to Guardians HQ. I can't remember, I don't think he did.
I can hear them getting closer. Let the devil out! You couldn't be saved. It was a fair fight.
But like, a load of them have. And another example is, multiple Duplicate's, you know, brother blamed Rex Floyd for killing his sister. Not his fault, Lizard League. And was going to kill him. Invincible turns around and says, no, he's going to jail. He broke the law, he's going to jail. Duplicate tries to get him to go, be like, no, dude, don't send the jail. He's still good. It's like, no, send him out to go to
Dad would have
jail.
been proud of that head.
Like, literally a case of trying to get, you know, Nolan to, you know, whinge about the fact of him not taking responsibility and not playing the laws. Oh, all even trying to get him break at some point. Although I will say,
Wow, 4 in a row.
the only person who did take a side, who I'm like, you did not take a side for the right thing, you took it because you were being smart,
Amazing.
was Rudy.
Our enemies
Or
are
otherwise
near.
known at
I
this
can
point,
feel them.
Rack. You know, Robot. Because he turned around and said to Jack Wilson, that's his name, when he wants that saying or anything.
Dad would have been proud of that head.
He's like, dude, just tell the girl that you're going for her. He's like, I might, and he's like, that's not the real reason you're going. He's like, Invincible's the strongest hero on the planet, you never know when you might need that. And I'm sorry, you what? You really think he's gonna willingly break his morals? Also, another reason why I do think, you know, Cecil should have just given, you know, him the chance to explain, because have it as a way that you can use it against him, but don't have it as a weapon already. Is Invincible, you know, Mark never turned around and gave Cecil any reason to doubt him.
Let the devil out!
Like, he'd won, well, at this point, one touch from his father instead of, you know, instantly just joining him like
I can hear
no
them
one
getting
wanted him
closer.
to. Two, refused to say to Anessa, someone who was about to kill him,
Sentenced to public humiliation.
sure, I'll help the Viltrumites take over the planet. He refused to. But getting back to another point, Immortal has lived who knows how long.
It was a fair fight.
In the
and you
future,
lost.
Invincible leaves him in charge of the planet. Leaves him as the ruler. I think just leaves him to protect the planet. I don't know whether he leaves him as a ruler. But Immortal's trying to get him to come back to essentially end him, takes over the planet. But that didn't get his attention.
You're on my radar.
And
Double.
And so Invincible, you know,
can hear
they
them
go,
getting
like
closer.
two people go back and get past Invincible. He then has to go. He hopefully kills Immortal by him in underneath on the first day.
That's what I call justice.
Granted, he goes back to a very point,
Three.
the first beginning of the day. But anyway,
Wow.
he was
4 in a
bad as anything
row.
for it. And yes, that is instantly followed up by some fun time of Eve.
6 in a row. Way to go.
But
I've been proud of
he
that.
still had to go through that in the first place.
Unbelievable.
And yeah, he kind of has a couple stable, sort of solid, you know, couple episodes when he's kind of chill. Nothing to really worry. Oh wait, no, giant dragon attack.
It was a fair fight. and you
His
lost.
brother couldn't kill him, the Maulers win. So I wouldn't do that twice and end up coming back. I don't see how. And they end up having a third and being the Mala triplet. But yeah.
You
That's
can
giant
sentence
dragon
to
attack they have to
public
deal with.
humiliation.
Then there's the
You're
Invincible
near.
War. And to prove how much this dude is still like a good person, after the Invincible War, he's then helping with cleanup. Conquest turns up at the end of episode 7. Turn around and being like, you've had so many chances, boy. Now they've sent me to put you into shape. To make you see reason. And I'm gonna have fun with this. He just turns around and says, all I want to do is punch something as strong as I can with every pound of strength I have. I just want to let loose. And you're giving me the very thing I want. No, typically what you don't want to do is give a protagonist the exact thing they want, because typically it's a bad thing. Especially when they're at the point of where they just gone past caring. Now, Invincible at this point in time, like episode 8 of season 3,
That's what I call
just
justice.
felt with Invincible having a right attack, pissed off with Cecil after him trying to kill him. Which I don't think was actually trying to kill him, I think he was just trying to do him. And get him to see reason, because again, although I don't blame Invincible because
Wow. 4 in a row.
You can sentence
Invincible's the universe version of Batman who was
6 in a row. Way to go.
I can't think of what it was.
Unbelievable.
But basically, the dude called Nightboy, who
It
was his
was a
partner,
fair fight,
not technically
and
his
you
sidekick,
lost.
who was the equivalent of Nightwing or Robin, takes over. He kills people in Midnight City. And all Invincible Tunnel says, why are you letting killers? And Sinclair, who would experimented on college kids, bear in mind he was only a college kid himself,
You've been
and
sentenced
Cecil
to
just like,
public
one, people to
humiliation.
the chances, two, Sinclair's, you know, tech and all, you know, the Inamminate could be very useful, and they are a very useful war thing. Which, again, yeah, okay, they kind of are. I disagree with why. I don't disagree with the ones that they're working on it, like, after the Invincible, because they used a bunch of the dead Invincibles.
I can hear them getting
Which,
closer.
again, kind of smart. But, anyway, he's still a decent person. But becoming season 4, he's like, yeah, I'm not going to let anyone... Because that was all down to one person who he thought he killed at the end of season 2. Coming back for revenge. With a bunch of evil versions of him. But, and then in season 4, he's a bit more dark, a bit more, I'm gonna kill. I'm not gonna let anyone get anywhere near my family. He almost does, a couple times. And he did have to. Now, do I think Invincible made the right call against the astronaut who was taken over by these evil space bugs? So I'm saying space bugs. The Secrets. Yes and no. I do think he was fast enough. I do think he potentially could have, but I don't know how long it would have, and whether he could. I also think some of the blame should get brought down to Bulletproof and Cecil. If Invincible had the
Our
proper
enemies are
gear and
near.
all that
I
lot,
can
and
feel
given
them.
it or someone had been like, dude, you're a lot more better, like you're a lot more stronger than us, here, take mine, I think he wouldn't have been in the position of needing to.
Let the devil out!
But
Let the devil.
but anyway,
Your soul is
I do think he wouldn't have. And then
ruthlessness is mercy.
with all the stuff in like, episode 4, but before that, Arc turns around and says, just in case you want to go back to it, I do have a copy of your suit. I did think at some point you might want to go back to the blue and yellow. And at the end of the episode, we see him fly past, grab the suit, and then just take off into the sky. Because he finally realised the fact of he was back being who he was. Which means I do think episode 5 is going to be one of those cases where... Because, guys, we end episode 4
Our enemies are near. I can
with
feel
Eve
them.
about to tell him the thing that we end on episode 3. So... kind of, in case of... And see, why don't you stop and talk for like 10 more minutes? You do. You get bunches. Also, guys, this is the reason why the fact of there was a particular hunt in Monday's episode, which was just a full hunt. It was just about a 10-minute hunt, and I had to spend like 10 minutes just talking about Invincible. Which isn't hard, but anyway, guys, if you're new, please like, comment, subscribe, and this is Agro sign off. I'll see you next time. Bye. Wrong button. Every time I forget, every time.